So welcome everybody. We are at the Community Matters and Town Assets Committee meeting. It's Wednesday, 26th of November, 7:30. Welcome everybody. So I will dive into the agenda. First things first is just a little bit of housekeeping. No fire alarms or anything planned for this evening. If you do hear anything, we do need to evacuate. Nearest point for everybody sat there is out the door there, and we're over the road and into the very full car park. Don't get knocked over on the way. Okay, so apologies for absence. We've got two. So we've got Mariam and we've got Bob.
Yep.
I can put it in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul, and that's us all in favour of those. Any declarations of interest or requests for dispensation? I can start. Nothing from me. No.
No, not from me.
No, full house of that as well. Excellent. Right. On to the chair's update report. So I'm tag teaming with yourself, Steve, for the updates on this, aren't I? Okay, so 4.1 is the residents drop-in sessions. So I think everybody knows by now we're kind of more out and about than we are with being with the residents drop-in being here in the folk hall. So we've had quite a good sort of, what is to say, response, but we've definitely been able to see a lot more people being out and about rather than actually being in here. So the next session that we've got is in the Portishead Library, and we'll be in the foyer, and that's Friday the 19th, 3 till 5. We, in conjunction with the Business Hub as well, or the Banking Hub, Saturday the 8th of November, that was at the Piazza, and I think we saw a reasonable amount of...
Yeah, the Banking Hub people were very pleased as well. Yeah, it was very busy all morning, so yeah, they were very pleased. So yeah, it's good.
And then next year we're already filling the calendar, certainly for the first quarter, with various different places. And I'm glad to say we've also going to set one up, the children's centre up top. So we're at least sort of getting up there as well. So that's good news. All of that will be published probably second week in December once we've firmed everything up. So just keep a lookout for that. 4.2 is the online auction, which is what's classified as the beach. So there's that little bit of the little bit of sort of coastline, really, I guess, with the walkway through it. Yeah, not a lot there either, is there? So the auction took place on the 19th of November. Paul, I know you've got a little...
I know that some of the local residents were looking to see if they could buy it. So I don't know whether they were successful or not.
Yeah, we haven't had any updates ourselves through any of the contacts that we've made. It certainly wasn't something that the council were going to be able to...
I'll ask one of the residents who contacted me and just see if they will know. So I'll ask. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. And in essence, sort of similar with Blacknall Lighthouse update, isn't it?
So the latest, for those who know, so Blacknall Lighthouse obviously is an iconic structure. It was in Portishead, and it was closed by Trinity House about 15 years ago. So it's no longer functioning, but it had all the optics were in there until about 3 weeks ago. Because local residents had formed a community interest company to look after it, but that's now folded for various reasons. And as of 10 days ago, the CIC has been struck off Companies House because it's gone into liquidation, and it's now been announced in the London Gazette as well. So that means it's definitely struck off. Yeah. So the land will revert to the Crown. So King Charles and the Crown Estates. So we have written to them again now. So we tried to engage with them to see whether we plus the community group could take it over and look after it. The Crown won't talk to us until the CIC had been struck off completely, and it's now been struck off completely. So we've now written to them again and said, can we talk to you? So we know that there is a Facebook group set up. There's probably about 30, 40 people on it. We're quite interested in looking after the lighthouse. It includes people who, there's one guy who runs a business which maintains metal structures, and he has a contract for Clifton Suspension Bridge. He lives in Portishead, so he would obviously be a very good contact. And there's some other people who can source the paint and all that kind of stuff. So But the
Watch this space.
key thing is we need to get the land off the Crown estates. We assume they're not going to be want to get in the way because it's a grade 2 listed building, so they can't really knock it down. So yeah, if anyone's interested in getting involved in that project, hopefully we'll have a project when we can get the land.
Yeah. So yeah, well, so watch this space and sort of interdispersed on the agenda. We'll keep an update there for those that are interested as well. Okay, so baton handing over for 4.4 and 4.5.
Yeah, on the Potager Garden, which is a little area of land just outside of the library. 4 years ago, that was designated as an asset of community value, which gives it certain protections. Now that has come up for renewal, and the council has applied for a renewal of the designation, which will protect it for a further 4 years. And it's also been included in the long list of assets that are proposed for transfer to Portishead Town Council from next year. So looks like the Potager Garden is now safe.
Great, well, that's good news. And obviously maintained by Portishead in Bloom and all of the volunteers there, which is also great. And yeah, an actual free asset, so people can sort of go past there, grab the herbs, grab anything else that's growing there as well. So that's great. And the flowering tubs at the Spinnaker, Steve.
Yes, regular viewers will know that we've been in discussion with Wiltshire Council about North Somerset Council. I come from Wiltshire. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Back in Portishead now. Yes. And they've granted permission for the siting of some planters along the along the road outside of the little hotel place, which is
that's called the Go Hotel now, isn't it?
The Go Hotel outside there. Vehicles have been mounting onto that area and parking, and that's been causing annoyance to neighbours and residents. So the council has purchased some planters, which will be placed at strategic locations to prevent vehicles accessing that site. I understand that the planters are on order, so they will be installed hopefully shortly.
Steve, do you know whether we've got the licence from North Somerset?
Yes, I think we've certainly applied for the licence. I think we've had a conversation with North Somerset, and I think it's a bit of a formality. So yeah, that should be fine.
It's fine.
Okay, and that also means hopefully we've got another planter coming for the top of Avon Way as well.
Yeah.
We've got a cracked planter outside the chippy that is my pot that I need to plant up as soon as we can. So yes, that's good news. At least that will make the area down by Aqua and all around there a little bit safer, because I know there's been a number of, it's quite serious because there's been a number of near misses with people reversing and everything down there as well. So yeah, it's important that we get that area secured again. Okay, so 4.6 is the North Somerset Cycle Forum. So it's just a point to note in terms of its next sort of session. It happens quarterly, so it's the 25th of November at the Tithe Barn. That's where that's being held. 4.7 is the notice of the Christmas.
Did you want me to comment about that?
Oh, yeah, go on then, Mike, if you can. You attended, didn't you?
Well, I didn't actually. No, I sent my apologies because I came back from up north at Temple Meads at 5:30, and getting to the meeting would have been okay, but getting back from Nailsea using public transport isn't so easy, especially as I'd been away for a number of days, and so I had bags and things with me. But it was fairly Nailsea centred as it was being based there. And I know someone from Portishead was in attendance, I believe. He quite often cycles there, so I couldn't rely on him for a lift. So I should think there could be a report made from his observations as a member of the Portishead Cycle Group.
Okay, we can also get in touch with the chair as well and just get an update from that. But as you said, they tend to be a little bit more location specific as they travel around the North Somerset area.
You're quite right. Yes. So we will be due for one sometime next year.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, Mike. So Christmas fair notice, Friday, 7th of December. It's just the High Street closure, which is the new one. normal one.
You're correct. It is a Sunday. Thanks for spotting that. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was on.
No, it's on the Sunday. Yeah. It's from two.
No, the 7th is indeed December. Thank you.
It's from. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And
Yeah, it's
Pretty sure it's from 2 till 6 on the Sunday.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the road closures midday to 8 p.m. So that would work as well. So Ferndale Road and Roath Road, the closure. 4.8 is the Economic Development Fund update. So I think we can sort of tag team on this as well, Paul, if you've got anything to add. But in effect, we've got a sort of considerable pot, really, which is available through the SIL money that we had from Paper Mill Gardens. It's being administered at North Somerset, and in effect, it's available for any businesses that are based in Portishead to apply for grant funding. For anything up to £10,000, dependent upon the size of the project that people are looking. It's predominantly around the economic development. There's a number of different criteria and things that people need to adhere to, but we've got a number of applications which we are taking through a similar to the Grant Working Party in terms of what we've got with the community grants. But we've got representatives from the business community and North Somerset and a number of our town councillors as well on that committee. Our first sort of review of the applications that have been made is happening on Monday next week. And those decisions are then going to be brought into the Community Matters meeting for December. So we'll be able to update through there. But in effect, it's a North Somerset lead with us being a sort of a considerable sort of party, really, I guess, to the decision making. Anything else I'd need to
No,
on that point?
just
No.
encourage anyone with a local business to apply, basically.
Yeah, indeed. And then back across, Steve, for the marina barriers.
Just a
So 4.9.
Just a quick one. The members of the public might not know, but the council has been pursuing a possible extension to the marina barriers to make the certain areas a little more safe. The land is owned currently by North Somerset Council. So the Portishead Council has undertaken an assessment of the works, submitted that to North Somerset. They've approved the health and safety assessment that we've carried out, so the barriers can be installed. So we are just in the process of now agreeing the detailed scheme with North Somerset, and that hopefully will go ahead early in the new year. It's proposed at the moment that the barriers are extended by 200 metres, but that will depend on community funding being available. And there is a small group of individuals trying to raise some money at the moment to support the £40,000 that Portishead Town Council has made available for the works. So that's where we are at the moment.
And that's the area of the barrier which is at the rear of the school. In effect, that the thinnest area of the walkway that goes around the marina. Janet, did you?
Something different. Can I move off from that now? Is that possible? Before everybody goes, can I just point out that on Saturday between 10:30 and 1:30 in here is a completely free event. It's a clothes and toys swap, and Angela Devine from Blonde Angels will be collecting stuff for the homeless. And I think that this hasn't been confirmed. Portishead Youth and Community Centre will be running a craft table for children, and also myself plus another group of people will be providing completely free teas, coffees, cakes and biscuits. So nobody has to touch their purse or wallet to come in here. And could you just let everybody know? It says it's a swap. However, if you don't have anything to swap, you can still come in and get whatever you need. So if people don't have toys for Christmas, please let them know and they can come and collect them on Saturday.
Thanks, Janet. We'll add that to the comms as well. So we've got that listed. Cool. Okay. Right. So item number 5, which is the minutes of the previous meeting. I've got that and the September set to squiggle on. So I didn't have anything further to add to that. So I can propose if I can find it. Yep, Jenny's seconding. And that's us all in favour. Janet, is you too? Yep, excellent. Yep. No, sorry. A unanimous for that. Item number 6 is public participation. So I know we've got different representatives here eager for us to get onto the onto item number 10, which is the grant awards. But has anybody got anything else to bring to the table? And anybody online? No. No, that's fine. Yep, no, that's fine. We shall move back. So, and again, sort of nobody or nothing to bring in terms of any external organisations, clubs, or community groups this evening. But that's our static agenda item that normally will remain there and open if anybody does need to bring anything. So our signposting and referrals officer report. I know there wasn't any sessions in the youth centre or the library over the previous month, but we had a sort of a considerable amount of people again to the Friday sessions that we run here. I don't know if anybody has got any comment or anything for that. Just a report to note. Janet?
It's interesting to note that Citizens Advice have brought out a lot of maps showing areas of deprivation and also coverage of Citizens Advice services. And currently, Portishead has got a town-wide coverage of Citizens Advice services because of the services offered on a Friday, which is more than any other town has in North Somerset.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, thanks, Janice. That's a good little point to note there. And okay, item number 9 is our CCTV reports. Very similar, really, I guess, in terms of quantity and scope that we've actually seen. Now these are published for the last sort of 3 months to us with the detail that we've got on there. I don't know if anybody's got anything to add to that. Yeah. So I think again, as in the previous meetings, what we'll make the detail available. So I think it's good to for everybody to understand what's going on, and in conjunction with the update that we had from the police when we held a meeting back last month as well. I think it's sort of relevant to know that everybody's about and keep banging the drum about reporting anything that anybody sees, just to give us more data points to ensure that, you know, in effect, what policing that we've got here is supported by the data that means that it's needed. So okay, so now moving on to item number 10. So we've got an absolute flurry of grant applications. Obviously, we're coming to the last sort of period, really, I guess, in terms of what our grant cycle for this financial year. So we've got 6 here. We've got another number which is going to be put to the December meeting as well. So things that we've got that we were still sort of back and forth with questions and other bits and pieces in terms of the grant working party. So so yeah, a flurry to come in essence. So let's start the batch that we've got for this November meeting with Portishead Carnival, who's here as well. So the consideration of the grant of £9,123 to support the increase in costs due to the success in essence of what we held this or what was held in Portishead this summer. So the increase in infrastructure costs, there's an increase in numbers in the show field due to the way that it's being managed in 2026. And there's also an additional day in terms of fundraising that's being held there for the community as well with the It's a Knockout Day. So Paul, I don't know if there's anything that you want to add to that.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, come on.
Press that green knob. Stop it.
There we are. Thanks.
Thank you, Jack. Yeah, just give people a quick update on why we're changing quite drastically. Last year, I've got to stop saying that. This year was a great success. Not only by the committee, I don't feel, but also with the council support in trying to go from a standing start. Our grant application certainly helped. We were slightly disappointed that our license numbers were 4,999. And everyone kept telling us, you never get 5,000 people in the field. Unfortunately, we did. And consequently, what happened was we had children and parents who were taking part in the parade who didn't have a programme for the field. So when half the school was going into the field, half the school was being sent away. Absolutely nothing we could have done about it. It would have been very naive of us to try and jeopardise the situation with the licence, so we had to stand fast. We know it did cause a bit of upset, but we also now know that people do understand. Portishead's grown so much, and we fully appreciate that we could never put an event on in the current location for everyone in the community. So the only thing we do is what we could do best, which was go back for a licence review. Now, the next level licence would have took us from 5,000 to 10,000. We put the application in. It was the fire brigade's recommendation to cap us at 8,000. So although we had a potential of 10, we are at 8, but that's still 3,000 more than we had this time. That incurs cost. First of all, the licence itself. The total licence cost for us to do that was 1,500. Which was an unexpected cost. We've also then got to increase all our infrastructure costs. I don't know if you know, but there's actually a calculation per how many ladies' toilets per 1,000 women, and how many men's toilets per 1,000, and how many urinals per 1,000 men. And it's all very complicated, but obviously the increase in numbers does increase our toilets. It increases our security. It increases our medical cover. So there's a lot of implications to increase costs, which we weren't prepared for and we weren't expecting. But I think as a committee, we took the decision, we've got to do it. To be seen to have listened and to take people's views on, then we've got to take the plunge. So we are looking at other ways we can offset costs. Now, hopefully, once we've had a successful year of 8,000 people, our reserves will be built back up again, because we did finish quite healthy. We finished with a reserve that we thought would, if we'd done the same thing again, we wouldn't be back of our begging bowls. Or if we were, it certainly wouldn't have been such a large amount. So we are looking at things. Now, the It's a Knockout was popular, but it was very limited on how we could deliver it. Yeah. And also the teams that could involve. So what we've done is we've looked at it and we took the view, well, hang on, we're paying for generators, toilets and everything, all on a minimum 1 week contract. And we're using it for a day. So if we're going to pay for a week, let's use it for a week. So on the Saturday before Christmas, we're going to run the It's a Knockout, but we've changed it now to a family team, which... No, Saturday before Carnival. I know it. It's you put me off there. No, so what we've looked at doing is we've refigured the team. What we're trying to do is, first of all, get more schools involved, because then we can make it more of a family day. And we're doing it on a fictional family base where we'll have 2 male adults, 2 male adult females, 2 children, male, and 2 children, female, which will constitute a team of 8 representing that school or that club. We did it that way because we can still include venues like the youth centre, the football club, the rugby club, because they all have tier and age range. Same with Girl Guides, etc. So we are trying to make it a family event with more people participating. And then what do? Well, the logical thing was to say, well, let's run it for the week and have Carnival Week. And the way we're trying to fill that is to encourage local businesses and establishments to get involved through the week. And we're calling it Portishead Carnival Week. So we will launch on the Saturday with a family. It's a knockout day on the show field. On the Saturday evening, one of the establishments will put on a nighttime evening entertainment for everyone. And then we're encouraging pubs and clubs who are signing up quite regularly to do a carnival darts competition, a carnival pool competition, a carnival quiz night, a carnival bingo night, the youth centre, get them on board to do something carnival themed. So for every day of the week, there's something going on for someone, and it's getting people out into the high street and into the businesses and see if we can create a feel within Portishead of, a week of now to bury your head in your sand about all the bills and everything else and just go and have a really good time and worry about your bank card at the end of the week when your hangover goes. So that's what we're trying to do. So we are looking at other ways to raise money. We've registered now with the licenses for a lottery ticket for Hot Air Balloon Ride for 2, which are now on sale. We've brought all the advertising for the magazines back in-house. Because that was
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
yeah. So we
learned.
yeah, that was this, and we're back in house now, so all the advertising goes directly to the carnival, and we just pay for the print run, which again we're hoping to get done locally. Not the cheapest, but certainly competitive with the cheapest. So again, we're trying to bring it back in, and the whole thing we want to try and achieve next year is to open it up to the community as much as possible. So if ever people have got ideas, well, why don't we do this during the week? Why don't we try that? Then we're open to it, and we will explore it. If necessary, we'll get the right license for it, and we'll go for it. It's the only way we can make it, because I said the restrictions on numbers all the time. It's the only way I think we can maximise the amount of people getting involved.
Yeah.
Without just restricting it to 8,000 people on a field. The parade is already filled up. We're out of lorries now, so we've definitely got more lorries than last year, which is a growing thing. But last year was education, because so many people in Portishead had never seen Carnival and didn't know what it was about. And now we think that's back in there. And if we can, our aim for next year is obviously to recover financially through the upgrades in numbers. And establish a working base, because in 27, as you know, it's the 125th anniversary of Carnival. So if we can get a template working in 26 that works, hopefully we can try and go for something a bit special on the 125th. So that's why we're back of our bag and bowl, I'm afraid. We fully understand that we didn't get the full amount, and I think we were a bit tongue-in-cheek to try and go for the full amount. It just means we've got to work a little bit harder and come up with a few more adventurous ideas how to reach. But we have got plenty of time to do it. So we do appreciate knowing now that there's a shortfall, rather than post-Christmas when we then got to think, okay, how do we make that shortfall? But the minds are buzzing, the ideas are coming in, so we're on it. I just want to let you know we're getting there.
It's great, and as you said, it's evolving. It'll continue to evolve as well. As said, unfortunately we couldn't stretch to the full amount, simply because of trying to share out and trying to make sure that all of the flurry of applications that we've got as well, but we can see to. So the grant working party was unanimous in terms of agreeing what we could, and we've matched in effect what we did with the first grant award as well. So the recommendation that we had was the grant award of £7,680 was made to support the 2026 costs. So on official note, I can run out, Janet, and
Thank you very much.
we're all in favour. So, and thank you again for your continued sort of support of the community as well, because that's everything.
So ask a question. You mentioned something about lottery. What was that?
We've got a lottery license from the council now, and we're running a raffle prize lottery of a Hot Air Balloon Ride for 2. There's a 6 months window, so the draw will be on Carnival Day. We've just got the tickets now out selling. So we'll be selling tickets from now all the way up until I think about 4 p.m. on Carnival Day. And the winners get a hot air balloon ride for two over Bristol somewhere. I suppose it depends which way the wind's blowing.
See you in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a decent prize, and there's other backup prizes as well. There's sauna days, and what do you ladies call it when you go up pampering?
Spa.
A spa day. That's the word. You spa days. No.
Date is it? What are the dates?
What, the spa day?
Would you like a ticket? All the information is on the ticket. Sorry, the dates of Carnival.
Yeah.
Right, Carnival Day itself, the traditional Carnival Day is the 13th of June, Saturday, and obviously the
Rolling
week
the
will
week
start
back
roll
before
back
that,
out
the
7th
Yeah,
of June.
Yeah.
So between the 7th and the 13th, we're looking. And again, with the community environment, we've now agreed with all the pubs that the after party will go down the high street again afterwards. So we won't be trying to put anything on ourselves. Pubs are agreeing now that they're going to make more of an attempt to decorate their frontage. They're all going to decide what they are putting on, whether it be live music or whether they're going to put a barbecue on. And then we'll advertise that through our socials, but also in the programme. So that ideally, what we'd ideally like to see would be brilliant if we can shift 8,000 people from the field to the high street. And when we're packed up going home, all you see is a very full high street with lots of people finishing the day off with a bang.
Yeah.
And then that would be a nice feeling to
Yeah.
drive through and see.
Sounds
No,
fantastic, mate.
Yeah.
I don't think that unless I've had a bottle of wine.
Jealous, she's asking.
So let's, I think as part of our communication update, which we do later, we'll just make sure that the fundraiser link is shared with that along with the dates as well. And then incrementally, as you've got more things confirmed, do let our communications manager Amy know, and then we'll make sure that they're in our comms going forward across the course of the next sort of 6-9 months.
And of course, we will be expecting the council there, I hope, in the field again.
Yep.
Of course, yeah.
With your new flags.
Yeah.
Did you get your flags?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
So, see.
Yeah.
We had new flags. We had new flags printed for when we were there last time as well.
Yeah. Didn't notice.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Small
we'll
detail.
too busy talking. No, really?
But we will also put on the support as well, because I don't think we did much last year because we were quite late to the game of realising what we were doing. So we've but we're a lot more on top of it now, and we will be having a sponsors marquee in the field as well, where we can schmooze, I hope, some more sponsors for the following year. And just show gratitude and let people, know that their efforts as well, because without the sponsors as well, life becomes very complicated. Technically, yeah. I would always schmooze.
Janet.
I was going to ask something different.
Don't minute that, Steve.
On the tape.
So you've got a tent of some sort, a marquee.
We have a
up there.
marquee.
Is it up there all week?
No, it will be up there from the Thursday.
I'm just thinking, you said thinking about other activities and things, because if there was some marquee that was there, I was.
We could bring it forward. We're paying for the week. The only reason we're not putting that up beforehand was because we were planning on using It's a Knockout, where the layout of the field would be very similar to the Bounce Castle. So we're using one element for parking and the other for the activity. Whereas on Carnival Day, we open up the whole field, and of course that marquee would be within the area of the car parking. So
we know it's there. We know it's there from the Thursday. We could do something.
If somebody came forward and said, if Youth Club or someone came forward and said, look, can we do something on the Wednesday? There's nothing stopping us putting that up on Monday. It would cost us no more. Just that we couldn't put it up for the Saturday because it would interfere with the plan for each night. But It's certainly an asset that would be available at no
And
additional
all
cost to
ideas
us.
welcome, Jenny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
All right.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, good luck with it. It sounds brilliant. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So you set up a circuit and there's stations around the circuit. Children will pay an amount to take part, or the adults as well. And you have people at each station and they throw this dry substance, which is like a, and you just get absolutely, I've got some pictures I can show you, I just get paint in different colours. The kids will absolutely love it. And it might be a way of getting the kids involved that can all come into the thing if you do it beforehand and way of raising money. There we are, ideas already.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's amazing. But you must look at something you go and I'm sure yeah.
Councillors to run through first.
Yeah, no, indeed. Done it. There we go. Very well. Okay, right. 10.2 on the on section 10 is for Portishead Quakers. So we had a grant application for £500 to support the cost of the Quakers Style project. So we, again, through the grant working party, we recommended that this award be made. So Mike, I don't know if you want to come in here, because I know from the Civic Society you've been involved in the sort of design recommendations for this as well. Rosie's there.
To a degree, the Gordano Civic Society has agreed to contribute towards some of the overall cost, principally the planting of a tree, and Rosie will confirm that, I think, our contribution. And I'm not sure, and a little plaque maybe, I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Rosie, is there anything that you want to add to that?
Well, no, just to say that we're very keen to kind of mark this site of historic interest.
Yeah.
And there is a small patch of land just at the back gate of Gordano School, which we've been given. And we plan to plant a tree and an interpretive plaque. And the base of it will be, filled with resin stone, just to make sure there are no trip hazards, etc. So it's
a meeting place, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's a historic meeting place.
Yes, absolutely. Going back to the 1600s, when Quakers were banned from meeting, and so they used to climb over a stile at that spot into the fields to hold their weekly meetings of worship. Otherwise, they would be arrested and imprisoned. And in fact, one local Quaker was imprisoned and died in prison because of his faith and belief. So, yeah, that's why it's important.
Yeah, no, indeed, and it could be part of the sort of the historic trail, really, I guess, and everything that we've got, in terms of sort of what we've got from a heritage perspective. So, so in the official terms, our recommendation is to make the award of £500 to Portishead Quakers. So we've got two, yep, and we are all unanimous. So Rosie, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, most more than welcome. Thank you. Okay, item number 10.3 is the Holocaust Memorial Day, which is being held North Somerset. It's actually being held in the Portishead Youth Centre. So the consideration of the grant for £500 to support the costs for the Holocaust Memorial Day North Somerset. Again, through the grant working party, I think we established that there was the breakdown in costs and everything in the grant. So I think in terms of what the grant party were unanimous in agreeing was the grant, £350 being awarded as part of the grant, but also consideration of a further donation of £50 towards a plaque So we've got something which is a little bit more ongoing, other than the single event, if that makes sense. Even though that's as important as it is to maintain the from a memorial point of view itself. But yeah, we're sort of welcome to sort of apply for that. So the official bit is that the recommendation is to award a grant of 350 to support the costs for the Holocaust Memorial Day North Somerset, which I think is being held in the youth centre. I don't know if we've got the date off the top of anybody's heads when that's.
Yeah, 24th of January.
24th of January. Thanks, Rosie.
Yeah.
And yeah, sort of more than welcome to sort of come back to, if there's any ideas in terms of something that we can do, sort of befitting to be a permanent feature somewhere, whether that's in the Potager or elsewhere. We'll be able to determine at a later date. But yeah, so I can propose the 350 if I can get a seconder. Seconder, Martin. And is that us all in favour? Yes, it is. So yes, so £350 coming the way to support that.
Again, thank you, everyone.
No, more. Thank you. No, thank you, Rosie. 10.4, which is the Friends of Northwestern Woods Community Group. Bit of a thing, put my false teeth back in. So the grant application here for £550 to support the higher costs for Northwestern Village Hall for the 12 community group meetings which are held throughout the course of the year. So again, we've got a sort of the support, really, I guess, that we've had from that group. I guess we're kind of taking into account sort of some sort of other things, really, I guess, here as well. The proposal from the grants working party was that we award the full amount in this case, so £550. I can propose that. Paul is seconding, and if we are, everybody's.
Can I just ask a question, because I don't know about them, and what does the group do?
So it's a community group, actually run by one of our ex-councillors, Paul Churchill, and a number of other people there as well. And it's in effect a support group. So there's lots of elderly, there's lots of sort of infirm people, and it predominantly, because it's slightly a sort of adrift, really, I guess, in terms of Portishead. So the community support there, they have lots of people coming in to speak about different things. Sort of support the community, and the community in themselves then support the wider group. So we've had a lot of support from the community group for the proposal housing, in terms of Western Bigwood as well. So it's a community, not so much a community interest group in the state of a sort of a thing, but yeah,
they do lots of events. As you noticed, they're always decorating the bus stop down there with various. They organise that and other stuff for the community in the roads around Northwestern, so that sort of thing.
Yeah, but it definitely keeps
Fine. It was I do know it was just the woods bit. I was thinking it was to do with woods.
Yeah,
right?
no, not specifically. Far more sort of a community group. Yeah. And our Nikki attends those meetings as well. So there's a lot of crossover in terms of what they do there. But as I said, they're also helpful to us in that sense. Just getting the message out to the community there, and supporting us. In terms of the especially at the moment with all of the potential housing work that we're trying to, as logically as possible, oppose. Okay, so did I do the whole recommendation? I didn't. I do.
We proposed and seconded, so we're ready to vote.
Yeah. So is that us all in favour? It is. Okay, excellent. So £550 for that. So 10.5 is Now Hear This Music. So this was a revisit of a grant award that we had earlier this year. So earlier this year, we awarded £3,500 out of a £5,000 award. And obviously we asked we asked the group to come back to us if we were able to support further for any additional needs, really, I guess, later on this year. So we've got the concluding sort of element of that initial award, which was £1,500. James, I don't know if you want to say if there's anything more to kind of say, if you want to. I know Laura's had to give her apologies. She was intending to come this evening, wasn't she? But
yes, as much of an update and explanation really is we had been actively engaged with Arts Council England about funding the year's work that we've been doing. So we've grown from a small organisation working with a couple of individuals to running a group that's sort of well supported in the youth centre with sort of up to 20 supported adults, as well as an open community music group, one-to-ones that we offer, and a children's offer. But Laura's done that all voluntarily for the last year, so for the last year. And we're looking to put something in place. We've had conversations around where we can run that and opportunities that exist potentially from bigger funders. And as we got close to putting in our bid in July for that funding with the Arts Council, their online application portal, Grantium, was taken offline until the end of the summer. And for the offer to come in from them now, being so late to when we're starting in January, requires that all the financial terms and conditions are also met. So having said at the time that we were applying for £5,000, they're also looking to see that we've secured it within the timescales of having that money to hopefully start the year from January onwards. We've had a small grant from the Quartet, which is kept things running, as well as the £3,500 for yourselves, but to look past January and to do the things that we've looked to do. So one of our main things is around access, ensuring that all members of the community can come if they choose to, and be in a space with professional musicians or just to have a social gathering. So part of the money is to fund our Christmas event that we're looking to hold on the 17th of December at Clarence House. So yeah, we put in money for the specifics that we don't have at the moment.
Yeah. And I think it's probably worth putting a shout out now in terms of sort of some permanency of location that you're also looking to try and achieve, really, I guess, which will open far more doors in terms of grants and what you can apply for yourselves as well. And it's having the right type of premises within Portishead. So yeah, I think it's worth sort of noting, really, I guess, for anybody that does listen to it, after the event, anybody that is going onto the website, on the council website, to download the meeting recording, just see if anybody does know of any locations which might be suitable for at least a couple of days a week, just to get some permanency of location to, as I said, sort of provide a more static base for the services that Laura is and yourself are providing.
Yes, yeah, obviously we're aware of the bigger halls that are available, but there's capacity issues. So we have been involved in work with Citizens for Culture that've got the Citizens Assembly, and Laura's been all the way to the House of Lords to talk about access needs and the needs of spaces to have these groups, or just for communities to come together. So when there's big developments, again, let's be included and think forward about what we want people to be able to participate in. Going forward.
Participation, it's accessibility, it's just making sure
it's
that
large rooms, it's also small rooms, and that's where we can also struggle, is there's not a small room with an accessible toilet, etc., or be in a location where people can make noise to express themselves in the way that's meaningful to them. So
How did the House of Lords go? Did you?
Well, she didn't make a lot of noise. It was a speaking part, but it was well spoken. We've had some connections coming back and good feedback from them. I'm sure Laura will come and update you.
It'd be good to hear, because we just hope, really, I guess, the bigger platform that she's getting opens more doors and just it just provides people with more more idea as to what the benefits are and how it's changing people, and supporting people's lives, really.
And some of the work we both did was around the Citizens for Culture that had the big billboard at the end by the school for a while, inviting the residents of the Wecker region to say, if culture were for everyone, what would it look like? And certainly access and people being able to engage equally is one of the big things that's coming out. And I have, as part of my role, hopefully led them to engage yourselves as town councils, because they were only going down as far as sort of a North Somerset level. But obviously with devolution and assets coming into the parish councils, hopefully you should see an invite to have what the public have chosen some point in January, if not before.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Okay, so the official bit. So the recommendation from the Grant Working Party was to award the grant of £1,500 to Now Hear This Music CIC. Jan, is that you propose it? Jan is proposing. I can second. And that's everybody in favour. So thank you. Okay. Last but by no means least. Come on, join us. So this is for Second Portishead Rangers.
Oh. So historically in girl guiding, when the girls get to sort of 14, they tend to drop off for exams, other interests, but we have got a massive interest in Portishead now. So our current ranger unit, we are full at 25 girls with a wait list of over 20 girls. I currently run Monday night guides at the Guide Hut, and I have, with some other ladies, offered to open up a second unit for Rangers, because we were having girls that were leaving. There was nowhere for them to go unless they travelled to Western and places like that. So we are looking to open up in January. We already have, I think it's now 10 girls who are definitely starting with us in January. But it comes with the challenges then, new unit, we don't have the resources we need, we don't have anything. And on top of that, we have to pay to HQ every year what we call annual subs. Now, normally you would get that, like with guides, I pay charge a weekly fee, and you collect that during the year to then pay. With opening in January, we're not going to have that money. So just looking for some support to get us going, it's great we've got the girls that are wanting to stay on, and the more we can keep going through Rangers, they then tend to become leaders, which is the next issue. We've lost a lot of leaders, as I'm sure most voluntary organisations did during COVID. So most leaders, we all have multiple hats on. So if we can keep them going, not only is it good for them, it gives them something to do. It also means we're then bringing that next generation of leaders. So just looking for some support to start that new unit up, and be able to give the girls that opportunity that at the moment they don't have.
Yeah, no. I think as soon as we saw the application come through, it was lovely to see, because we've never been able to support you in the past in that sense. We've never seen any applications coming through or anything like that. So it was good to be able to be able to support you in that sense. So yeah, I think it was pretty unanimous. Myself and Nikki being two ex-guides as well, so we yeah.
No, I have to say it was Bob actually. I help at the flower show every year, so I always have the stand for guiding. So some of you might have seen me there, and I was talking to Bob in the summer saying, I want to do this, but these are some of my barriers, and there were some other ones I had to overcome before I came to you. And he said, if you get to that point, please come and speak to us.
Yeah,
I can't promise, but please. So
yeah, no.
It was Bob, so hats off to Bob.
No, yeah. So yeah, it was so Jenny,
I was just going to say, it was at Remembrance Day, it was just so obvious that there are so many children and young people, but also the number of volunteers that are guides, brownies, guiders, all that. There were just so many of you. It was fantastic. And I thought all these adults just giving their time is amazing.
Thank you. Yes, we do. And we all do it because we love it. Obviously, I mean, I work full time. I've got my own children as well. But I love what you bring to the children. Like I've just done my international license, so I took 50 girls, not on my own, but 50 girls to France in October half term. So some girls had never been on a ferry, had never been abroad, had never been to Paris. We took them up the Eiffel Tower. I had one girl that normally has panic attacks, and I got her up to the first level of the Eiffel Tower. So for me, seeing them grow and do those things, that's why I do it.
Yeah. No. It's yeah, absolutely fantastic. So again, for the official bit, so our recommendation via the grant working party is to award the full grant amount of £750 to 2nd Portishead Rangers. So we've got yeah, whoever you'd like to propose that and second. And is that us all in favour? Yes, it is. So thank you. No. Can we have your name just for the minutes? No. Vicky Reed. Thank you, Vicky. Would
you mind emailing out to all your brands and everybody that's involved about this event on Saturday?
I will let as many leaders know as I can. I personally have got a big guide event on the Sunday. I'm taking 2 coaches to Longleat, and I volunteer at my school as well, my children's school, so I'm at the fair all day. So I will let other people know, but I personally really
we want as many children and adults to
I'll share it. We've got a leaders group, so I'll share it on there and see how far it will go. Have you shared it on Facebook? That's where most of our right, okay. So most of our parents get their Facebook.
Okay. So no. Thank you. And yeah, thank you. Okay. So we just, I guess, to make a note, because it will be in the recording, we're having a few technical issues with the USB of the video going in and out. So hopefully we're back.
I think so, yeah.
We'll see how long we last. Item number 11. So this is a street trading application that is has been made to North Somerset Council. We get sight of these in that sense, just in terms of a response. We haven't got any leeway either way, but we're in an advisory body, really, I guess, aren't we, in terms of they make us aware. So this is this is a street trading consent that's been applied for by Mr. Ben Aldridge, Posset Market and Posset High Street. So this is for the market of goods to be sold for up to 15 events per year for a maximum of 100 stalls. So this is extending, in essence, the opportunity, really, I guess, that they've got for across the course of, I presume it's a 12-month license that they apply for. Not noted here, is it? But yeah, I guess it's the number of events that get noted in the license itself. So the 100 stores at each event on a Saturday and Sunday from 2 till 1800. So members are asked to consider the application and respond to the consultation, which we will do. The representations are required to be made to North Somerset by the 4th of December. So nothing to vote on. It's just the recommendation that we respond. We have no objections whatsoever to the application. So that's what will be going in terms of the recommendation from us. So Paul.
Sorry. Is that part of the Christmas Lights CIC application, or is this a separate entity? Because
yeah, so I think it needs to be made by an individual, but it could be on behalf of an actual organisation. So I think that's why it's possibly noted as such in the minutes here. But it would be in connection. It would be in connection with that. Yeah. I don't know. We can.
Do we know whether it's a separate CIC has been set up, or we don't know anything about it?
Yeah. No,
Can we ask? Yeah.
Can I just clarify, because it's new to me, really? So does this mean that they close a section of the Portishead High Street?
Yeah, probably. But the license would we don't know for certain, but yeah, but it would specify the rules and conditions, a bit like the carnival, really. You can.
So my next question is how does that affect other local businesses then that are not involved with the stalls? I don't quite understand the logistics.
Well, it would obviously affect them, but it could be positive, could be negative, depending on what. Yeah, well, yeah, I got to say, until I've read the agenda, I've never seen it, so it really ought to be publicised, because I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if it's for a specific location, as it is here, then there would be or should be notices which North Somerset put up on the lamppost and things like that, like when we're painting double yellow lines, or you know, if there's a road closure for any other reason.
I
So
don't think they necessarily do that all the time these days, since COVID.
yeah.
Do they? Yeah. Okay.
That's the location effective, and then put a quarter-page advert in the local media.
So perhaps we ask the question of our next planning and placemaking committee, just to double check. I'm not sure that there's definitely not going to be one happening before the 4th of December, but yeah, we will.
Well, I suppose my link question is, have the stalls, the shops all along there, are they aware, or does somebody need to?
Well, we don't know, but obviously the point of the point of it being a consultation is it should be widely communicated. So, I mean, can we get the consultation communicated out? I think it should be part of the comms, really. That, I mean, obviously I'm sure they're doing it for a positive reason, so it should be good for the high street, but people do need to know about it if they don't already know. I just don't know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and I know, I assume Mike, our Mike online, if there's anything that you've seen through the planning portal or not. I presume not, as you've not said anything.
I'm assuming it's something like Clevedon. Once a month they have a Sunday market at Clevedon, don't they? Is it that sort of event?
I imagine so. Yeah.
It might be the case that instead of applying for 2 events a year, so a summer fete and the Christmas fair, the application has gone in to cover a wider array, you know, a wider scope. It might be that this is the next step up, other than asking for 1. It might be 12. I don't know.
But Jenny's right. It would be like the Clevedon one, you know, because that's every month as well, isn't it? I think, yeah, on a Sunday, yeah, and it's for a few hours, yeah.
Does it? We should assume from the agenda notes that we've got here is that there's something that's due to happen every month. It might be just that the application has gone in to cover that many options, if you know what I mean. So
Can I just check? We're just being informed that the application is going in. There's nothing else.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's just for information.
Yeah.
So what we're asking for is, please, can we have a bit more information?
And therefore we can communicate it to other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma, I believe there is something on the agenda next week.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. If there is, then we can find that out, and it'll be part of the meeting. Is that Tuesday or Wednesday next week, Mike? Wednesday. Okay, so that's before the 4th then. So, okay. No worries. Okay, so back on to agenda item number 12, which is the communications plan. So I think we've rattled through a few things which we've noted for the comms plan so far, haven't we? So yeah, we've got the grants, Janusite, yeah, for the swaps. We're going to put the link for the fundraising. James, is there tickets available still for Clarence House?
We're putting it to our members first, and then to the wider community. So yeah, that was it. We now know we go ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be in contact.
Okay. So yeah, so if we'll hold it back, so the comms for this will go out within the next couple of days. But once it's available to throw wider, then let us know, and then we'll do a follow-up comms for that. That's fine. Anything else from anybody else to add? No, we'll have the CCTV report as normal, but I think that's part of the static info that we've got going out now as well, isn't it? Okay, great. Right, item number 13, which is date of next meeting. So that's Wednesday, 17th of December. We'll all be two full of mince pies by then, won't we? Same time, same place. And that is it. Item number 14, closing the meeting. It is 20:35. Thanks for everybody. And thank you for coming.